I think I jokes. All right, so with Champs Now at the midpoint, folks, we're going to have a chat with the folks behind the athletes' nutrition. This is not just during the event, because they've been doing this before at the development meets and stuff. But first, let's take a look at how their brand is making an impact among our students. I'm talking about Grace Foods, by the way.
For flavor with a beat, that thing that move up in dancing feet. We dance and flare, flavor with a beat. Holy sauce, yeah, we acting on the street. Young middle age or old, move your feet. When Grace if we dance, everybody have to beat. Grace are the product that everybody want. Send go a find for uncle or aunt. Grace are the best that everybody a chant. Guarantee you eat it in a all restaurant.
Feel the vibe, can't you feel it? Grace, delicious, so nutritious. Yes, quality when you taste it. Want affordable, good for the label. Grace, feel the vibe, can't you feel it? Grace, delicious and nutritious. Yes, quality when you taste it. Want affordable, good for the label.
Dance now, flavor with a beat. Ding dong, Grace products run the street. From your kitchen to your table to in a dancer. Cook out barbecues, you sit up here. Yes,
Grace, feel the vibe, can't you feel it? Grace, delicious, so nutritious. Yes, quality when you taste it. Want affordable, look for the label. Grace, feel the vibe, can't you feel it? Grace, delicious and nutritious. Yes, quality when you taste it. Want affordable, look for the label. Grace, feel the vibe, can't you feel it? Grace, delicious, so nutritious. Yes, quality when you taste it. Want affordable, look for the label. Grace, feel the vibe, can't you feel it? Grace.
We love Grace Mackerel! Grace Tin Mackerel are the body.
Grace Tin Mackerel is one of the best tin mackerel I've ever eaten in my life. It's good with white rice, you know. Especially with dumpling and mashed banana. Big up, Lucas.
cold barbecues, you sit up here. Yes, flavor we are flavor because the spice is flaring. Flavor with a beat, no other brand of the near way. Pour a cup of drink and watch the kids them share it. One taste and you know Grace is real.
You know, the nutrition is so good. You see them make a man go backwards over the hurdles. It is simply put, they are one of the greatest companies in the entire world. And I mean that sincerely. Led by a man who won a gold medal at Champs for St. George's College. Sir Don, good morning. Fort is beside me, that's why I had to put that. All right, so join us now, Consumer Services Manager at Grace. He's Angela Grandison-Reed, and Sports Nutrition Consultant, Kirk Bolton. But it's Shereen I'm talking to. I'm not talking to them. Shereen, what about everything all right? Yes, we just want to cause a problem. Morning, everyone.
Good morning, Neville.
Angela, you've been helping, as I said earlier, not just here,
yes,
but even before. What have you been doing for the schools?
Okay, good morning, Neville. Good morning to our viewers. Grace has been involved with developmental meets from 1975, days of Gibson. So we believe it's important to always, contribute to nutrition, because we are the premier food company you mentioned earlier in the Caribbean. So we're taking the message on the ground because we believe it's from grassroots to greatness. So we have our nutrition, and it started with the late Dr. Heather Little-White. Yep. And we focused on clubs, the MVPs, the racers, etc. And we believe that it's important because athletes perform best when their nutrition is right. And I think Grace is appropriately tasked to do so.
Yep. Have you tried to do everyone, or have you just picked out certain schools? What have you done?
To be honest, we are at all the meets. And once we are at all the meets, from Western Champs, you name it, Eastern Champs, everybody benefits. So it's all island. Brilliant. And then there are schools that because the top schools are going to want us, but we try as much as possible to reach other schools. So we go to the schools, and it's also based on requests. Okay. So if we had the resources, we'd do every school, but we collectively, they benefit from us during the meets.
Yep. So, Kirk, what's good for me is good for an athlete, or do we tweak it for an athlete because he does obviously a lot more than
right. The athlete basically requirement will be much more than a regular person. As a result of that, that is why the nutritionists and the dietitians are actually very important as a part of the overall process, because we have to make sure that based on the type of activity that the athlete is doing, we can ensure that they are getting the proper nutrition. When you say based on the type of activity, does that mean that it's different for, say, a 100-meter runner than a man who run a marathon? Or definitely. The marathon runner will basically need a greater endurance. Right. So the nutrition has to match that activity. Okay. So it's not just to just eat food. Yeah, man. All right, Grace has taken it a step further that we're ensuring that the education aspect is actually pronounced and maintained. And that's why at every development meet, there's that education aspect where at our booths, persons are basically check for their body mass index, check for their nutritional status and risk factors, and also educated on the various products that Grace has and the nutritional value.
Okay.
Because everything is basically, we look at the moderation approach.
Yeah. Yes. Do you continue what you've been doing right through Champs here?
Yes, we've continued. For Champs, we've taken a break because we're taking it to Champs.
Right.
But the athletes, so good is it when they have our spaghetti and corned beef, when they have our spaghetti and mackerel, that they say, Miss Grace, because they call us Miss Grace, we need this at Champs. So we do have offerings at Champs through our hot dog king and more in the grandstand, so you can come and you can get it there as well. Fantastic. We'll have our food drink as shakes, as smoothies. So so we're basically there as well.
Yes, speaking of shakes and smoothies, because Shereen look like she's not planning to do nothing this morning.
Yes.
So what is Shereen going to do for us?
Okay, Shereen is going to make, as a matter of fact, I can tell you this never, that this has been a hit at the schools, and we name it after the school. So if you go to Robert Lockett Strongback, you go to Excelsior High Potency Punch. So we have our Grace Oats. Our Grace...
Is that reason I mentioned Jadis? No, let me just start.
So we have our Grace Oats, and we have our food drink, and we have it in 4 exciting flavors. Shereen today is using the butter almond.
Okay.
Butter almond, but you can use any of the flavors, whether it's strawberry or vanilla or walnut caramel. And she's adding our Vitamalt from our sister company, because you know we can't take alcohol, so this is alcohol free to Champs or to the students.
But me I work today and I drink. We have to go do a different kind of work if we drink.
Okay, so this is high potency. She added a little spice, because you know we like our things a little spicy, right? And some vanilla.
Kirk smiled when I said that.
Right, and some ice, because we want to serve it chilled. And you could add ripe banana as well, because ripe banana is good for potassium, and you want to introduce fruit, so you can add ripe banana. You can add papaya, whatever fruit of your choice, and that is in season. And our 876 water, because we have to hydrate the athletes, as you know, Kirk mentioned, that's important. So when they check the urine must not be orange, so it must be.
We're not right here, you know, so let's hear this.
Okay, so.
Drink have a name?
Okay, for today it's True Blue High Potency North Street Punch.
Yeah, great to someone in the world. We don't want you in Vex, you see. I'm the on North Street, but it is a true purple. No, man, Angela, you win easy. Very, very easy. So tell me again what you put in.
Okay, so we have our Grace Oats. It's rich in fiber, and they need the carbohydrates. We also have our food drink that is part soy, part milk based, and we add our Vitamalt to give it a little kick, and some spices, vanilla and cinnamon, and you can add your fruits as well for, you know, vitamins. That's important.
Sure, put it down there, never give it to me.
Okay, so we have enough for everybody to.
No, that's the reason we never want to have to iron up. I see.
Okay.
It looks beautiful and nice and everything. No, it's my one, that don't worry.
Okay.
I'm taking the one.
So,
I'm taking everything, man.
And I must hasten to say that we have the suite of products, because we have our fresh and ready as well. So we have the suite of products at Grace that athletes can get a balanced meal from.
Yeah. And you guys have the concessionary at the stadium also?
Definitely, we're there.
And what I can get there? You can get lunch and stuff there?
You get lunch, dinner, supper, breakfast, anything at all you want. Shereen is on hand. Shereen is on hand.
Angela, me feed me on Mario. You have all the right answers. Me feed me and you get it, man. Me done with Dana. This morning, me done with Dana. Because Dana never make nothing for me yet. But
Dana's my friend.
After I drink this, she might don't want to leave me again in life. Remember me tell you that. Great to see you. Kirk, always good to see you. And good luck with Kingston College in a very serious way. Angela, brilliant stuff. Shereen, you alone me want to talk to her. I'm not talking to anybody else. She's a consumer services manager at Grace Foods. Her name is Angela Grandison-Reed, and sports nutrition consultant and Kingston College man, Kirk Bolton. And of course, Shereen, who is the only important person here. She met the things. Kirk just talk. She met the things. All right, so we're going to go for a break. Here we are heading to France after the break. They're alone going to France. We soon come. Oh? Is that carry?